Yo, what's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another video. Um, Today's video is pretty advanced, right? So if you're new and you're skipping on videos, please go back to the beginning videos, right? Because this is pretty advanced and you will not really get this concept yet, right? But let's get right into it, right? Today's video is called Smart Money Concepts. And hang on a sec, let me delete this. Basically, right? Smart money concepts is you trading against bigger banks, right? So the ultimate goal is for you to trade with the banks, right? Because the banks control the markets and the banks know where the money's at. The banks go after all the money, right? So you don't want to be the regular retail trader that's falling for false breakouts and getting stop loss hit, right? Because that's when you lose, right? And you don't want to lose. You want to win. Okay? So that's basically right. So as long as you get that concept down, is you literally do not want to be the regular retail traders. You want to be under the radar and trade with the 1% traders, right? That make millions of dollars trading. So what banks do is they will control the markets, right? So you can see this channel that I have drawn up here, right? So it obviously might look a little odd, no? So that is this move right here, right? This is what you call a smart money move concept, which so you have, right? Strong bullish pressure. You have more bullish pressure. But now you have sort of a wall, a ceiling here, right? So most traders in this point, and because of over here as well, you have a resistance point over here, right? Most traders will see this right here and actually look for sells. So the big banks see that you place trades, right? So that's the thing. They can see when you place trades. So they see most traders right now getting in the market right here with a nice stop loss, probably right here or up here, right? So what do? They buy because they have billions and billions of dollars to move the markets, right? So they'll actually throw buy positions in here, which pushes the market up. And now would it hit your stop loss, right? And then what do they do after it hits the stop loss? It goes right back into where you would be in profit. Now in this case, you have what would be a break and retest, right? So not only are they hitting sellers take profits up here, now, right, they're tricking buyers to now get into the markets. So this is why I say retail traders, because a normal retail trader will not notice that there is strong bearish pressure with doji candles, which is also bearish pressure or a bearish candle, right? So a lot of retail traders, after taking this loss right here, they'll go ahead and say, okay, the market's going to buy now, right? So let me get in for a buy. Well, now the banks see that. They see tons and tons of buy orders being placed, right? And this is where their entry was. So this is where they would place their stop loss, right? Below structure, right? Oh yeah, some traders even could have placed it right below this structure. And you can see price push down and wick them out, right? Now, you do not want to be that trader because now you lost this one and you lost this one. And on NAS 100, which is stocks, indices, that's a hefty loss, right? So you got in, say, at 599, and you had a stop loss, possibly, I want to say most people would have put it right here because that's way too hefty of a stop loss. That at that point, that's like 165 pips, right? So you don't want to have that big of a stop loss, but people will do that, right? So, boom, stopped out. That's a lot of money. On a 0.01, that's 150 bucks, right? Same right here. Boom to boom, it's another 150 bucks, right? So now you're down 300 bucks by trading against the banks, right? So me and you guys, now that you're part of Diamond Profits Academy, you will not trade like this, okay? So you would actually wait to see price now show rejection of support and resistance, right? So you see clear rejection of support here. And like I showed over here, it was resistance over here, right? So now you're making smart trades, right? You're entering when this candle opens, which you would see a little bit of drawdown because they're just stopping other traders out, right? And now you're up in the blue, and all take profits have been hit, right? Now you're out and you're waiting for the next trade, which could have been right here, right? If you saw the rejection right here and you got in for a sell, now you can catch it right back down. Well, in this case, it came back up to entry, a little bit past entry, and then boom, hit your stop loss, right? And now then you see consolidation, and this is on the 4 hour too. So remember when I told you guys that you want to analyze on higher time frames because you will see moves like this, right? But like let's say you see this and you want to drop down to the hour, right? To really see movement, which was over here. So now you see a strong bearish push, right? So you could have entered right on this break of structure right here, which came down and kind of consolidated. Could have hit your TP1, right? Or two. No, that would have been TP 2 or 3, honestly, if depending on how you trade. So you could have came out, hit some TPs, right? Came up here, caught a re-entry, smacked more TPs, right? So this is where you trade smart, right? In indices, you can go all the way down to even the 15-minute. I don't suggest you guys, depending on where you are, you can scalp. But for right now, like as you're kind of building up your trading experience, I would just recommend getting in trades that I call or finding swing trades yourself, right? So the main goal here, guys, is just to not trade against the banks because the banks will always win, right? Because they have billions and billions of dollars, right, to buy up the market, which I hope you guys get it. Like, the more money you have pushing into the markets, like every trader that gets into the market reflects price, right? But the more money you have pushing into the markets, the more um, price is going to be reflected, right? So when you're putting billions and billions of dollars into the markets, especially on a small move right here, when you see tons of traders trying to sell the market, you are taking all their money. And that's basically the goal of the banks, right? They want to knock out 95% traders that don't know how to trade or don't know how to trade properly. But you guys are in the right place, so you will not do that. All right. So there was another example I wanted to look at. I want to say it was on the daily. Right. So where was it? So I mean, my markups are clean, so I can't really see it, but That was just kind of a prime example, but they all do it. So like it's literally everywhere, right? It's everywhere. So like you'll see it. Like moves like this is usually the banks pushing price down, right? So like you could have like I'm sure there was some buyers right here that try to push the market up, right? Banks pushed it down, hit their stop loss, and price went back up, right? Hit TPs, but they got stopped out, so they're out. Same with here. Now that they got stopped out, okay, now they want to look for a pullback, which they would have probably thought was this, right? Bought the market. Now, boom, push it down and hit their stop loss, right? On the 4 hour too, these wicks can be dangerous, right? These wicks can be just price manipulation, right? So if you got in right here with a stop loss right here, they could have wicked you out real quick and then boom, push markets back up. You know what I'm saying? So they're always looking for moves like this. And that's why, especially with indices, you just have to make sure you're have 2 or 3 confirmations. That is the goal for everyone in Diamond Profits is to make sure before you ever enter a trade, right? You always have 2 or 3 more confirmations. Um, but that's basically the gist of smart money concepts is just to not trade against the banks. You always want to be on the right side of the market, right? So when 95% of traders get stopped out, we're trading with the banks and taking their money, right? So that's all I really have for you guys today. I appreciate you guys jumping on the video, right? And I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.